Welcome back on the mountain. I am on my own this time. I don't have the smart scientist who can tell me everything about the Kaunertal with me anymore. That is why I thought I'm gonna stick to what I can do best, or let's say what I do most of the time, and I'm gonna work on my illustration about the processes we discovered in the last 2 days. To make this whole thing a little bit more exciting, I thought I'm gonna take you for a camping trip. It's gonna be my campsite for tonight. I'm still gonna take some water samples down here for the other scientists, but this looks already a lot calmer than a couple of days ago. And I discover I didn't take a lighter. Not enough food, cold food. Oh, and I hope Nescafe dilutes in cold water so I can at least have a cold coffee in the morning. Oh god, this never happened to me before. Take lighters, think of lighters while camping. Great, at least I took some things I can eat. Okay, it's not too bad. In the end, everything is fine. It's good that it's not a 2 or 3 day trip, I guess. So, creating an illustration. That's what we are here for, so let's waste no time, as we cannot cook any tea. So, generally, I am illustrating on my iPad. I am creating digital illustrations, and most of the topics I illustrate personally about if I'm not working for clients are on geomorphology. And I created this format to go into the field and to experience the processes live, and then to be able to sketch. So what we're going to do today is doing an illustration about a debris flow. You might want to watch episode 2 for that, where I'm explaining what a debris flow is. But whoever doesn't want to watch it, here you can see one. So, a debris flow is a moving mass of loose mud, sand, soil, rocks and water that travels down a slope under the influence of gravity. As we're talking about a process, we have to think about the story that the illustration tells. Illustrating is nothing else than visual storytelling. And thinking about illustrating 2 or 3 stages of the process, because I have limited space, I am going to go for 2 stages. One will be the stage of the event, which shows that a lot of water runs down the mountain, is dirty, muddy, very dynamic. It can be also a little bit exaggerating to get the attention actually of the viewer. And the other one should actually then explain what happened, and no, not what happened, but explain what the traces of the event are. Let's go. See my 2 basic geometric forms that I am planning now. This here will be the stage where the event is happening, and this here will be the one with the outcome. Even though I would like to have the one with the flowing water bigger because it's the dynamic one and it will get some attention, but honestly this is the one that gives us the information in the end. So with size you can emphasize the importance of something, so it will immediately also show the viewer that that's the important thing to focus on. By now sun almost gone and it's getting colder, but I managed to make a very rough sketch. So we have a situation here. This is the original situation. Then I decided to put the dynamic part into a little window down here where you see like splashing water. But this is something where I will probably need a reference picture. And then I want to have like the third situation, which shows the levees, so how the material deposits down there. I will show a little bridge because we also saw one of the bridges or two of the bridges torn down by this process. So we'll see. I will continue doing this while I am waiting for the stars to appear to have still a nice and cozy evening. This was the moment where my camera battery left me. To let you know, the morning coffee was disgusting and cold, so I got going pretty quickly so I can tell you the rest from home. Even though it might be a nice idea that I do a full illustration out there in the field, sitting in my tent, this is just not the case. You saw in the last videos my process of first doing some brainstorming to find out what I want to illustrate and what the theoretical background of this is, with talking to scientists that know much better than I do. And then I create like a brainstorming sketch when I'm still out in the field, but there is the moment where I take my work back to a desk, to a proper surface where I can sketch, and a chair where I can sit with normal posture, not in my tent. And yeah, this is where I finish the illustrations. So if you have questions about this whole process that I was describing in the last videos, you can just comment it just down below. And then I can focus to make some more videos about topics that are specifically interesting to you guys. In the meantime, you can also subscribe to my Instagram, because there I'm gonna publish the whole illustration so you can have a look at it. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because then I know I should just continue doing these videos about my work and yeah, take you along on these little journeys.